Right, the last part now is about more calculations, and we're going to follow these instructions and carry on working on the last version that we had just worked on here. So it's SS3, so we're going to carry on doing the last bits and bobs as we're going along. Right, it wanted us to save it as a formula view for SS3, so I'm just going to switch it back to normal view, and then I'm just going to double click on this so we can actually see things a bit better. And then I'm going to carry on so I can actually see my data. I just feel better looking at it. If I need to put it back into formula view, then I'll put it back into formula view, but I need this view as well. Okay, right. What do we do? So it says that the manager of the runners is concerned that the attendance of some of the runners is too low. She wants to reward those who have good attendance. So she thinks that if the attendance percentage present is more than 90%, the daily rate should be increased by £5 or dollars or whatever currency you're working in. And the bonus should also be an additional $5. Okay. So she wants a revised daily rate here, which is this current daily rate here, but gone up by £5. So each of these should go up by £5, but only if the percentage is more than 90. So this is where we need to do an if statement. So let's go ahead and do the first one. So I'm only going to have here the daily rate plus 5 if this is more than 90. This is how we do it. Equals, and then you do if. There's two ways you can do this. Let me do this the typing way, and then I'll do it the actual dialog box way. So if this value is more than it's 90%, so we can just do 90%. If it's more than 90%, then the value that should be shown here is daily rate plus 5. Otherwise, just show the value daily rate. I'm going to close that and press enter. So this is showing me 60 money value because it was 55 before, but because the attendance was more than 90, I've added 5. So it'll be the same for the rest of them. But because you've done the formula once, it's going to be the same formula going all the way down. So you only need to get it right once. There we go. Let's just try and make a sense of these few things. Let's have a look at the ones that we know are not more than 90%. So this is not more than 90%. So the daily rate was 55 and the revised daily rate is still 55 because it's not more than 90%. Check another one. This is 98%. The daily rate was 50 and it's gone up by 5. Lovely. Okay, that's done. We've done the first part now. Okay, so we've calculated the revised daily rate. Now we're going to calculate the revised bonus. So the bonus is an additional 5 if the attendance is more than 90%. So it's similar. This is what we're going to do. Let me do it the other way actually that I said I was going to do. So we'll do an if statement again, but this is a slightly different way of doing the if statement. You go to logical and you go to if, and then this comes up. So if, what is the test? The test is this more than 90%? That's what you type. Is F4 more than 90% because I'm doing the first one? If it is more than 90%, then return the value of the bonus plus 5. Otherwise, return the value of just the bonus. So it's just D4. So we've got D4 plus 5 if it's more than 90% or just D4. Okay, bonus, revised bonus is 15 there, sorry. And that's because the original bonus was 10, but because the attendance was more than 90%, they've gone up to 15. Again, like before, you just click and drag the formula down, and that applies the formula across all the runners. Double check 1 or 2 here and there just to make sure all is well. For example, here, the bonus was $15 before, but because the attendance was more than 90, it's now gone up to $20. So that's fine. That's good. Right, that one's done. Next part, revised income earned. Revised income earned. Well, income earned is the, what is it? It's going to be the revised daily rate multiplied by how many days they attended plus the bonus. So it's going to be like this. It's the revised daily rate times how many days they attended plus the bonus, like that. So I know it looks like it's going back and forward, but we don't want to repeat this column over here as well. So that's just how we do it. Let me do it one more time. So the revised income is the revised daily rate times by how many days they attended plus the revised bonus. Okay, it's the same formula down. So go ahead and apply it. There we go. I'm just going to make sure all of these are currency. Right click, format cells, currency, dollars is fine, no decimal places, lovely. Okay, so that part's done. Part C is done. Last part, revised total income in cell H29. H29. It should be I29. Sorry, I'll change that. I think it's because I added an extra column after I wrote these instructions. Sorry, I29. So revised total income in I29. So this would be a revised total income. It's the sum formula again. SUM, open bracket. You can click upwards or downwards. I'm just going to go upwards, whatever is easier. And then close bracket. So you can see the formulas being constructed up here as well. You can see up here. That seems right. Press enter. And there you go. There's the revised total income earned. Okay, that's done. Right, final things then. Make sure the data is in formula view. All the data can be seen. Currency signs are seen. I'll say here currency signs have been applied because you won't be able to see it in formula view. The data has been made more presentable and all the data fits on one side of A4. Right, let's do the first part first. Make sure the data is in formula view. Right, all the data needs to be in formula view. So remember formulas and then show formulas. And remember, if some things are looking a bit too wide, then you make sure that it's smaller. The reason why it's good to do that is because sometimes the cells can be so wide that even though it fits onto one page, it's tiny and it's unnecessary. So you should make sure that it just the columns are just wide enough. Okay, fine, we've done that. All the data can be seen. Yep, everything can be seen. Nothing's crossed over. Currency signs have been applied. I did that. Did I do it to this as well? Let me just double check whether I done it for that. I did. Lovely. What else? Data has been made more presentable. Okay, that thing again. So get your column headings. At least make them bold. Maybe shade the cells a different color. Get some borders in. All of this should have borders as well. So get that in. These really should have borders. Total days is quite important. Let's put like some sort of, important formatting behind that. This is a key total, so let's put that behind that. This is another key total. This maybe should have a label. So maybe total income. And then this one is revised total income. There we go. Maybe we can make that bold. Maybe right align that. This can also be bold, bordered, and right aligned. This can have a border around it as well. There we go, just to show you what it looks like with normal values. There you go, it looks like that, so it's a bit better. Obviously, it's looking a bit squished because we resized during this, but that's fine, leave it like this. Okay, was anything else? All the data fits onto one side of A4. Let's practice that again. File, print. It's looking like it's fitting on one page already because of a previous setting that we did, so that's looking fine. But remember, if it doesn't, first check whether you need to have it as portrait or landscape, then switch it to narrow margins, and then select fit sheet on one page, and that is done. Save as, this is the last task. Save as SS4. Task SS4. Done. Okay.